My name is Andy Coleman, and I am running for U.S. Congress to represent the families of Oklahoma's 1st Congressional District. I believe we are all called to serve, and I have tried to do that in my own life. Sometimes that service has taken me to some risky locations, but I've worn many different hats, served in many different roles, and all of it's been an honor. I've had the privilege of serving as a husband. I've had the privilege of serving as a dad. I've had the privilege to serve my country in the United States military. In fact, I graduated from the U.S. Air Force Academy, where I studied political science and international relations. I served as an Air Force intelligence officer focused on the Middle East. I actually deployed to the Middle East on 2 separate occasions, once with the Air Force, once with the Army. I had the privilege to serve in leadership roles while I was at law school. I served with the Christian Legal Society. I served with the Federalist Society. I served with the Alliance Defense Fund, and I served as an editor on the Law Review. I briefly practiced law with a large law firm, but soon felt called into full-time Christian ministry. I've been serving with Voice of the Martyrs, a ministry that focuses on helping the persecuted church in the most dangerous areas of the planet. I've overseen all of their field efforts in the Middle East, and it's been a joy to serve this hurting community in a serious time for them. My role with Voice of the Martyrs, working in the Middle East, required me to keep a very small footprint. It was essentially a clandestine job. I thought I was going to continue in this service for the rest of my life, as rewarding as it was. However, an injury in 2015 landed me on my couch, so instead of being busy traveling around the Middle East, overseeing millions of dollars worth of projects, helping the persecuted church, I was forced to pause and sit on my couch. At that time, what was on television, it was the campaign coverage, and I soon had a belly full of all that I was seeing, and I was very concerned just seeing the state of our country and our nation. As I watched the campaign coverage and grew concerned about where we stand as a nation, I felt compelled to consider this new direction. So that's who I am, but what do I believe? I believe in constitutional fidelity. I believe in competent stewardship. I believe in conservative servant leadership, and I believe in coherent foreign policy and national security. I believe in constitutional fidelity. The United States Constitution is a brilliant document written by brilliant individuals. It pits power and ambition against itself to protect the liberties and the freedoms that Americans enjoy. Whether that's your First Amendment rights, your Second Amendment rights. That's what keeps government from getting too involved in our small businesses and frustrating job creation. It's a brilliant document, and it frustrates me when it goes off the rails. I believe in competent stewardship. Stewardship is the careful and thoughtful management of resources on behalf of others. I don't see a lot of this at times in government. A $20 trillion debt parked on the heads of our kids and grandkids and Americans not even born is irresponsible. In fact, it's a moral failure and it's a security vulnerability for the United States. I believe in conservative servant leadership. A servant is first and foremost one who serves others. As a leader, as a representative in Congress, a congressman should seek first and foremost the welfare of the families they represent and not one's own career. I believe in coherent security. The reasonable decisions made in our foreign policy, our national security, our immigration. Sometimes that's as simple as applying the rule of law. Other times it's just simply making sure that the decisions we make to advance American policy on the other side of the planet makes sense. Over my life, I have served in these different roles, and these are the views that I hold. I believe my views and my background uniquely equip me to represent you and the families of Oklahoma's 1st Congressional District. It would be an honor to serve you in this role, and I would appreciate your vote, your support, and your prayers. My name is Andy Coleman, and I approve this message.